Right. So therefore now, that's the first sentence and that is the first section. It continues. If he arrives late on a Wednesday. If he arrives late on a Wednesday. What can we do with that in terms of conversion to a diagram? If he arrives late on a Wednesday, then the probability that he arrives early on a Thursday. If he arrives late on a Wednesday, the probability of him arriving early on a Thursday. So Thursday is the second section. Right? Thursday is the second section. We call it second trial there. And you can see the symbol if. And when you're doing your conversion, you can actually start with the symbol if you know. Okay, you can start with the symbol if. Look at it. If A, if A, if B, if B. So you can even, when you're doing your you can also complete your two your two branches for each one in the second section. You're going to have 4 branches, 2 for each node, and you can put your if A, if A. So instead of if A, what will you have in the example? In the assignment, in the example, in the template, we have if A, we have if A. But what do we have? If late, isn't that so? So where can we represent if late? Can I put if late here? I color code it in the green area. That's if early, exactly. If early, that is if early. Correctly replied, if early, because that is the if early branch. That is the early branch. So I cannot put if late there. Okay, it must sequence. It must have some sequential order. And there now should be the if earlies. Look at there, if early. Then E. See the language? If early, then. Okay, so you can even see it there. E, then E. Okay. So this is the if early area. If early, then L. That's early on a Wednesday, then L. Early, then L. If early, then L. Okay. So let's go back to the information, and information saying if late. This is an example done already, and you expect the if lates to be here. If late, then what? If late, then early. If late, then early. Here it is. This is the if late, then early. You see it? If late, then early. Early, if late. Remember, this is if. Early, if late. Think of it as a capital I. I for if. Okay, I wonder what is that? Why is that vertical line they use? They would give another G. G is already using physics for gravity. I for current. I is an imaginary number. V for velocity. E exponential. N for number. So practically all the letters what they would give or use somewhere else. So they choose that symbol because I think they use it with that N for intersection because intersection of N intersection and the union now because of the U. Okay, so why that line probably is the I. They just elongate the I, and you can think of it as if. All right, I. So just see that when you see that, say if. If late then early is equal to 0.89. Here it is. If late then early 0.89. If late then early 0.89. Obviously, if this is if late then early, what do you expect this to be? Exactly, if late then late. If late, like late again, isn't that so? If late then late. Late then late. You see? And what do you expect the value to be? What the value to be here? Eight. 0.08 exactly, because we have to subtract this 0.08. In this example, you know, remember you have to subtract 0.89 from 1. So the answer you probably gave me there is for the assignment 0.11. Okay, so here, so probably she's doing the assignment, so that's why she have the, you know, and so forth. But here now, these two must add up to 1, so you just subtract 0.89. So the assignment, the question will not give you the other one, because to get the other one, just simply subtract 0.89 from 1, and you get the late then late. And now information must be given for the if early. So let's move on. Where the if early? And if early, then late. If early, then late. You can put it anywhere. So let's look for it. Let's look for the if early, then late. So this is the if early branch. If early, then late. No, that's if early, then early. If early, then late. Now what number the information give? 0.55. If early, then late, 0.55. And to get the if early, then early, subtract 0.55 from 1, and you get 0.45. So that's what you do. Please do that. You can do that all now also for your assignment. Scribble it in your scrap. You can even share it on the group chat later, because I discussed that already, you know, several times, not only you, but, you know, assignment is an opportunity to learn the concept. Okay. It's more of an opportunity to learn, and less rather than an evaluation. Okay, because you cannot really learn all of that in 1.5 hours. Okay, so you can share your answers, and it's not copying. If person just copy, well, it's up to you, because the test coming, the exam is coming, and not only that, your future university. So you cannot go on like that and expect to go university and continue like that, and even in your job and workplace and so forth, because you know you're developing yourself, you know, so you share information, but at the same time you're understanding what to do. Okay, so remember that. Okay, you're not just here, you're not there to pass one-to-one, you know. Okay, a lot of us come in the class and say, I want to pass, I just come to pass. No, you do not come to pass, you come to get knowledge, you come to learn and develop your academic prowess and so forth, so that you can, you know, you're building up yourself, your whole, you know, your whole cultural way of thinking, academically developing, and you're on your way to become a professional. So learn as much as you can. Okay, share information, discuss, and so forth. All right, so just bear that in mind. So therefore now, do that even also for the assignment. Now the tree diagram is not complete, because as you can see in the template, the tree diagram have another area called the outcomes. Okay, and the outcome now have the symbol then. Okay, so now can someone tell me, if we follow in that branch, what you expect to see there? What do you expect to read there? What must come there based on what that branch, that root? Say that again. Something dealing with early. So I ask a question, what do you expect? Someone said something dealing with early. Okay, so just keep that thought.